Dear people, it's a dramatic situation for Mazaman and for me. Cusco, the capital of our Inca Empire, by the way, not just our capital but also our only city, is threatened by the full forces of Ibn Battuta. Those are the green villains approaching from the west. Technologically upgraded, with spearmen everywhere, while on our side we mostly have warriors. But on our side we have a few archers who try to save their necks in close combat by hiding behind fortifications when the spearmen come. And our little problem, our small advantage, is that we're fighting on our own territory because we can quickly build new troops and they spawn right on the spot. The enemy has to bring their troops here from farther away. However, that's also our disadvantage at the same time, because the fighting and also the damage to the terrain are happening right here on our own land. And the enemy can also loot, can put us under pressure, can jeopardize the construction of further modernizations of buildings and so on and so forth. So overall, it's a dangerous situation. And there are just an incredible number of troops coming there. And I'm really curious to see how this works out here. We've secured one field with a city wall, just one. Let's see how it goes. I'll click to go to the next round, and I'm curious to see if there will be any losses. Matza can hardly bring himself to look. Troopwood is being fought. Cusco is being fought. Cramsos is being attacked by barbarians. More barbarians are advancing from the north. Cramsos is suddenly surrounded. Also by land units. Truppen holds the settlement that is under the least pressure. But now as well, suddenly a spearman appears out of nowhere. Oh wow, and he's threatening us. And then again, the usual note, someone is tired of war. We'll ignore that. Let's proceed from west to east. Yes, up front there's a desert ship. Open fire. We're shooting at some ships. That one up there is escaping. We can't access that one anymore, so let's focus on the one ahead. Then we're heading towards Cusco. And on whom could we focus our enemy fire? You had the idea, or we had the idea, to maybe pull this archer protection back into a field. He then moves onto level ground. That's one move. The second one remains, so he could fire from here. Should we move him back one tile?
Yes, and then I would say we move one of our spearmen, who is far in the back, forward instead.
This keeps the front fortification intact. Here you can see it. And then we take our commander. We issue a rally command, all enemy units. That's the most damaged unit, but it can only be targeted by two of them. The spear enemy units, we definitely won't target. That's just a damaged unit, but it can only be attacked by this one here. Should we grab this spearman here? Yes.
Always go for it.
It's damaged. And then we fire with the ball protection, then you can move one forward. We can fire on this one. It all hurts a little bit, but none of it is decisive. Here we can launch an attack and weaken the warrior. We're currently building a fortification. I would let the construction continue, Matza.
Yeah, I would too. We'll let the enemies come to us. We're in a defensive position. Yeah, the city walls are still holding up.
More archers are being built. We'll leave it like that.
We could even build more city walls, by the way. I just noticed that, interestingly enough. Eventually, archers will fill all the tiles. And then it becomes much harder for the enemy because he has to take every field with a city wall before the city falls.
We could slip one in between. The question is whether we want to have even more archers instead. Theoretically, yes, but in practice, do the archers have a clear field to shoot from? Yes. At the moment, yes. There would still be room here for 2 or 3 more units that could shoot. We could also form a semicircle. I would say at the moment I would still go for more units and not for a city wall, Matze.
Agreed.
Now the question is, what do we do with the settler? We already asked about it. We actually want to settle up here at the front. However, there's a unit from Hachipu here and we're at war with them. They won't be ready to have a conversation with us about making peace for at least 9 turns, or 8 turns at the earliest. And do we really want to send a settler, possibly with a military unit over here? One that's almost dead already too? I don't see that. I understand your concern and I share it. We might lose the place right under our noses. Because we can't just send up a warrior for whom a single slingshot throw is enough to kill him, and then also pull both units or one unit out of the city. How is that supposed to work?
We have pretty good visibility thanks to our spear over there. It's relatively unlikely that there are enemies hiding there, especially since the city-state next to it belongs to us. That's our ally. That means the warrior here, the city-state whose name I won't pronounce now, might also defend us a bit. Or is it not part of it? I think it is.
Oh, that's not even an Egyptian. I thought it was an Egyptian. You're absolutely right. That one belongs to Funan. Where is Funan? We both went wide-eyed for a moment. A city-state that's somewhere else? Who do these units belong to? It says Funan everywhere. Is this Funan?
If we open it up, it might say it under the people.
The people are the Funan people. That means they are our allies. We could even recruit one of them. Matze, you're right. I thought that was an Egyptian because Egyptians look similar, also on a white background but green. If you look very closely, you can see that this is dark green and that the symbol is black. Then let's walk over there, Matze. Then I would even dare to do it. To walk over there without any units, and if necessary recruit a unit here with influence points, Matze.
Yes, we can keep that open as an option.
What do you think about killing this one?
You're really mean, but I would say that one will keep advancing, and that will help us later when it comes to making peace to show him this far and no further.
Exactly. What do you personally think about the fact that in US English, in American English, the term bully is used for someone who bullies others?
I think that's pretty mean for all the Riding Bull fans, I have to say. I feel bullied.
Yeah. Americans are just bullies. Fire at this once, fire at it twice. I wouldn't send that one west. The others should be enough.
Should we play the Joker for Truppenholz now and say, we'll make you a fortress temporarily instead?
More healing and more health. With that unit, we can either fire at the ballista, which will break quickly. I would recommend that for us. Yes, let's do that.
Yeah.
The galley is moving forward. I always have to drive along the coast, so it takes longer. Crab and sauce all the way in the northeast. I would say let's try this one first. I can pull one back and shoot over here, right? Yes. Over here. There's an archer up there, and he's nasty too. The Wanderers are coming. Another nice city start. One more turn. Do you think we lost one during the turn change? I don't think so, Matsi.
I also don't think we're losing any units, and I'm very excited to see what happens at Cusco.
I'm especially happy about Fanatic Mock and your 44th subscription. Best regards to Fanatic Mock. Thank you. Valuable moral support in times of war. One round further. Everything is happening there at once. So where did they run here? Towards the west?
There was our friendly city-state with a unit that defended us, and the AI has focused on that for now.
We were actually lucky they sacrificed themselves. As a result, the front has shifted a bit. He's trying to escape over the water. I'd really like to take out one or two of the wounded. They're especially vulnerable in the water. We'll get him. No? Barely survived. Then we'll have to celebrate with this one. Very nice. A promotion. Let's see which one we get. We have attack and maneuver. The combat strength is for infantry units. Those are not the ranged units within the command radio. Here, attack assault. Boogies fight better when they're standing nearby. That's what we're doing, right? Absolutely. Storm. So here we have the mounting now. Cool. He can from here. There are a lot of boogies here now. Then we'll pull him. Over here. I'm testing. I'll calmly check who can move where. Has he already shot? Unfortunately, he has already shot. He's moving it over here. The one in front can fire once. He can do his area bombardment. Very nice. Then killed the second unit. It's working. Here we can. I think we've moved everyone once except for the spearman. I would leave him in the fortification.
Yes.
Then we have a problem here. He's being hunted. We actually wanted to use the unit here to further weaken the ballista. Can we kill him now with 2 shots? No, right? No, but I see. Yes.
The bigger threat right now is actually from the spur fighter.
Yes. Let's pull out once. Once on here, yes. Once on here. Yeah, now he's almost dead. We'll get him next round. He can't run away either. Well, he might go into the water. I could imagine that. And then we've really got him. What's happening up here? With this one here. With this one on here. Weaken the ship. We'll have it soon. The galley is following behind. Seidler is still alive. It's good that I followed your advice. We want to settle somewhere over here on the left, right?
That's what we said?
Exactly. He's moving over there. We wanted to chase the settler with him. The question is whether we act or tell the settler to stay put. We move down and bring him down here as reinforcements to create a northern flank. According to the settler lens, do we have a spot where he would settle right away? No. You'd have to go way up there. I mean, run. Here's what I would do. I would say take the spearman and pull him down. You were thinking about following the settler, refreshing our record, but who knows how long he'll keep moving and how long we'll just be trailing behind him without a fight. That's how I would do it, Matze.
So the units are a bigger threat than the settler right now, that's clear.
The spearman stays here. Up here in the front, we keep running into ships. Mm-hmm. And another round goes by. So far, it's been extremely close, extremely dramatic, but we haven't had a situation in any of these places yet where we'd say, Matze, this situation is definitely going to be lost. A city has to go. We just can't hold it. Not yet, at least.
Today, let's hope it stays that way.
It's neck and neck in several places. Another round passes. Yes, we lost the first unit there. Now we're having problems here as well. Grow the settlement once. In desert ship. Desert ship should always remain a settlement. Here it already is. Shipmaker River? Should we go up the Shipmaker Rivers?
Yes, I'm a bit worried right now that the barbarians will come back in and plunder everything again.
Yes. A research point?
I always like to take that with me.
Then we'll drive up here. That one really isn't doing well. Got fired from here once. Great. And we have to tell the unit, get well. Do you actually know how fast this settlement area will recover?
I'd have to guess now. I think it's 20 points per turn unless you're in a fortress city, but I can't swear to that.
That's fine. I don't have fire either. I think this is the trickiest part here. That's a real problem. So we can take out one ship, but that one has to escape. If he escapes, he can't fight again. And where would he go? At most over here. So if he doesn't escape, he stops. Maybe I can lure some units away. I would move this one over here.
Let's try luring them away.
Unless we realize after we've fired at this with the archer that we need another shot. But I don't think so. So crab and salsa, that's going to be tricky. Where should we settle with the settler, Matze?
I vaguely remember, and I'll take a look at the chat to see what you guys are saying about us placing the spear exactly where we once said the city should be built.
That's illusion. I give satisfaction and potential. Everybody also looks like
Not so bad.
a bit sparse, but it's up here. That would be second row, third row, third row, third row. That means we could completely connect the natural wonder. We have mountains up front here that we can handle well with Kaya. We have green, and green always means no problems with drinking water and satisfaction. Oops. Don't let him be dragged, though.
Either he really can't, or, yeah, the spear is now a civilian unit. They can't both stand on the same tile. So we have to reposition the spear, then he can move onto it.
Let's set up a lookout up here. I think I'd rather do it here.
Yeah. It's also easy to defend to the north, I just realized, with all those mountain passes there. So that looks really good. Let the Egyptians come then.
Sending warm greetings to Maxisitos. Good evening, community, you write, dear WB and Matse. I just wanted to leave a big thank you to you guys. Lately, we've really enjoyed watching the recording of this Let's Play on YouTube in the afternoons, or rather after work. Good luck and have fun going forward. Have a nice evening, and thanks for your kind feedback. And that's the spearman we sent down solo. But now he's going about it systematically. We should take care of tropical wood first, because this one here we can easily kill now. I would use the archer. We could pull him out of the city and calmly kill him. Next round, then back. Or we use him to kill him. Here we are. We're standing so close together. If we move here, he won't have any action points left, right? Because of rough terrain.
Yeah, that's rough terrain. Unfortunately, that's difficult.
He can't fire at the moment. And, well, he can't fire to the west. He can't fire to the west. I would say, let's move a few units up along here. At least one archer unit. Move. Silberfroh. But this here is flat terrain in tropics. Tropics, then we'll pull him up here. He moves one here, then he can fire. This one in front moves one forward, then he can also fire. And since he can't fire in the west, I would use him to kill him. He can continue attacking the siege unit there. Okay. So, and now we'll fire with the units that we have at this spearman here. That's next to the commander. And give him the group command to concentrate fire on this. That killed him. These two up here can keep fighting, and he's attacking this one here. And he's attacking this one here. This spearman here isn't joining the battle right now. We could even move him up one. Not that he'll do anything, but at least he won't get killed. And even though we have such a good defensive position, why should we move him up? That doesn't make sense. He'll stay right where he is. With him up front here. That's just one warrior with us. We didn't consider that. We could pull back and make him a spearman if we want that, Matza.
I don't think that's such a bad idea, because maybe we could still lure him away from the city down there and further diffuse what's happening down there.
And just like that, the gold and money are gone again. Max Osidos asks, what do you prefer in Civ 7 games? Do you prefer fighting in close combat, or do you prefer ranged and naval combat? What do you prefer? What's your preferred fighting style? Hoffi says the Egyptians haven't gotten involved yet. That's good indeed. The game music is currently not there. Sorry, now the game music is back, thanks to the Castle of Camelot. So you didn't hear any combat groups or battle sounds? Sorry. Complain more quickly and frequently. In the chat, range combat is mostly preferred.
Yes, I also find naval combat highly recommended from the second age. It gets really fun, in my opinion. For me, it feels like a different game compared to Civ 6. Hopefully we'll get to experience that as the Inca too, right? Dear WB, do you think we can make it? Yes?
That would be cool. Then we'll see how powerful our Galera is. Once over. Once up here. One round further, once. And unfortunately, the most critical situation remains Cramsosa. Everything else is under control. Then a natural disaster begins. Could we have actually bought a unit in Kramsos if there are enemies around it, Matze?
Basically, that's possible. But you need a terrain tile where the unit can spawn. And since the evil barbarians have already occupied all our buildings outside the city tile, I'm afraid it's not possible to buy a unit right now, unless we move the archers out.
A crisis policy slot already? Matze, I didn't pay any attention at all to where we are. We've barely unlocked anything yet.
And still, 70% of the era is already completed.
You were watching that, I wasn't. I didn't pay attention to it at all.
And now, one of the random crises has been drawn. If I see it correctly, we'll be dealing with even more hostile independent powers, also known as barbarians.
No, new barbarians are emerging. But only where there was space. No, Matze, you can't be serious. No. No. I can't believe it. This is the worst case scenario? Well, it can hardly get any worse. Exactly where we want to settle. Exactly in the area where we want to settle. Say, if I hadn't pressed the event on the politics card spot yet, could I still have founded the settlement?
I don't know off the top of my head whether that was done directly when the round changed or if it was actually triggered by pressing the button.
That was an interesting question.
I can't say that for sure.
I'll save it once. Should we get a car save? Because I'd really like to figure that out.
Exactly, to figure that out. Because that would of course be a last second rescue.
Now I'm really curious.
Guided by the flight of the condor and the tracks of the puma, they connect summit to summit and build fortresses high in the mountains. From there, they decide whether to send down prosperity and wisdom or a hail of slingstones. Slingstones.
And? Oh, look, check this out.
No, he's already here.
Yes. Have you already moved a lot? In this turn?
We just started a new turn, exactly.
So we can just click on this here and we don't have to reload the quick save again right away. Unfortunately, a policy card slot has to be filled. Tribute. We're in 1 or 2 city-states, so to speak. In 2, right?
In 2, yes. I'm actually in favor of the barbarian mercenaries because with the other policy card, we basically get the units for free, reduced to 0, and then, according to my calculations, the extra 100% still applies.
0, but that's very optimistic.
Or is that wrong?
I can't imagine that, even with a lot of imagination. Well, I think first the maintenance is doubled and then it's -1 from that. So the maintenance is twice as much.
Yeah, that's actually an interesting question now, in which order the game applies these modifiers.
Well, the game would be really poorly programmed if it allowed this exploit, right?
Unfortunately, I actually don't know which one applies. If you say it's an exploit, then let's rather not use it, because if we win, we want to win fair and square.
Okay, let's take the tribute. 20 gold less.
That really hurts.
Yes, indeed. I don't even want to look where that is. That would just demoralize me. But I can imagine it. It's crab sauce. And I think you said the biggest challenge is the spearmen here. Yeah, look here, mans. The unit was not pursued.
They couldn't really pursue us either, because they got stuck in Crab and Sosa's zone of control.
We move forward one space. Especially this one here. And 2 here. With the galley, there's a stupid commander in the way. We'll heal here. Neutral villages have sprung up everywhere. Really small, nasty ones. But they're also bothering our neighbors. But what are we doing up here, Matza?
Yeah, well, settling here won't be possible anymore. Everything's red. That means we can really only pull everything back. So, yeah. There's no other way. It's so bitter, dear people.
And how embarrassing.
I'm so pissed off.
We have 5 settlements. I can't even remember the last time we had a 7-player game during a stream where we had so few settlements right before the end of an era. SafeGo, thank you very much for the 10th subscription. Greetings to SafeGo, thank you. And I really have to take this opportunity to thank all 7 fans in the chat for the incredible number of subscriptions. When I compare that with other games I stream and what goes on in those chats, I really have to say you are the most loyal of the loyal. You support the channel in an absolutely exemplary way, and I really appreciate that a lot. Thank you so much. Seriously. So with the spear, we wanted to... We're pulling back. Up there, we had improved a bit. Now we can weaken him. Once again, we're working our way from east to west. We've already been up here. We managed that stuff. We're heading to Tropenholz, where one colleague is already present. Andy, that's really, really sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to Andy. I'm so excited that I'm pressing all the wrong buttons here. Thanks for the 5 gifted subscriptions to Emma and Last Run, to Alex Tukurchi and to Ratis, Bona, Zampa, all gifted by our Andy. Thank you for the great support, dear ones. Best regards. Best regards to Andy. There's one standing here. He's fighting up here. Great. The siege unit has been putting us under pressure for so long. We've cleared the unit up front out of the way. You can start thinking about it here. Although we're using one of our many units, it's better to move it up, even if it takes a while.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, because it looks much less dramatic from a distance in Cusco too. And if we manage to hold out a bit longer in the city way up north before the barbarians overrun it, that would really help us a lot. And even if they do overrun it, we still have a few turns to recapture the city.
Now I'd really like to move this one forward because I'd like to get the archer into firing range. We'll move. Shall we go there? The colleague up front is making a suggestion. Just fire from here. The question is, who are we firing with? Who is Pachacuti pushing with? I think we can get all of them with our attacks too. I'd rather control this manually here. I'd say we attack up front with this one. We're down here as well. One unit gone. We're firing with that here. Great. We're really stirring them up. ARD assignment, this is going really well. I would say that we're doing well up here. We can attack or leave it.
ARD text order. Slightly pull back a field because we're currently in an unfavorable position on the river.
Very good, Matze.
And our defense is worse.
Then it's best to go to the rainforest.
Or onto the uneven ground, exactly. Gold works too. Text?
He doesn't have anything to shoot with. This one is for the commander. He's just collecting his XP. The commander could even move up a bit to get his XP, ARD. We completely repelled the attack here.
Yeah, at least the first wave. I hope it was the last one.
I can imagine that all the AI opponents now have enough to do with the independent powers and the crisis politics, and might not even attack us anymore, Matze. It could even be our salvation in both wars.
Yeah, that's how you can see something positive in a crisis.
Yes. He doesn't have anyone left to attack either. Could move one forward and now make your move. Yeah, go ahead. Look for it. I'll just pull it down here. Even if it might get attacked, I want to expand a little bit. Zetsa, thank you very much. 34th subscription. Hello, welcome back, Matze and chat. Just write it down, time is passing. Doesn't feel like it with you at all. Here's to another 34 months. Lots of love to Zetsa. Thank you. Everything's going well here too. Unity heals, unity remains. I think we can break that up later with enough troops and dissolve it.
We should definitely do that. If possible, also the, what are they called? The Ulmiken, who are blocking our city site, our settling spot. Because if we don't do it, I can already tell you this much. And at the next crisis levels, a lot more powerful, high-level commander units will be added. That's why you want to get rid of them quickly.
You can't go any further here. That's stupid. You can hardly do anything anymore. One turn later. "70 crisis times, man. We want to get rid of that spot." With a bit of luck, he'll be terrorizing the Egyptians instead. And that's bad for us. If we were to attack him, we'd have to gather all our troops and move in. That only works if we're sure nothing's coming this way. Or if we can make peace. We can propose peace. Well, we do that actually. But we'll do that next turn. First kill a few units and then make peace.
We need to wait 5 more turns before proposing that.
That one? Oh, how stupid.
So, a little more carnage is definitely necessary.
1 round further.